Okay, if you want to become less emotionally irritable, there's a couple of things that you can do which can change this very easily in your day-to-day life. It's really just a simple skill, and I can teach you how to do it in like literally 5 minutes. So, without further ado, let's begin. The reason why we become emotionally irritable most of the time is because of shit that goes on in our environment, things that we can't control. This is normal, and I mean, everybody feels it. It's not like it's just you who gets angry. I mean, I get angry, your friends probably get angry, you get angry too. It's totally normal. You got to think of it as something that you can do if you choose to do it. Because at the end of the day, you have control over your own emotions, but most times people don't let themselves become accountable for it because they get scared of, oh, what if I become robotic? Or, oh, what if I become this strange monster that doesn't feel anything? That's not the goal. I'm not trying to emotionally numb you. I'm trying to build you up so that way shit that doesn't rock your boat all the time. Because most people, they just go through their lives and they'll just always be sitting there and going, oh yeah, well, that thing happened. Let me get angry and throw something, you know, whatever. Do this is very simple. If you just become more present in your mind about what's going on, that's how you can control your reaction. You don't have to do a crazy meditation session to do this either. Just the next time something comes up, you can just simply remind yourself, oh, I'm supposed to be less angry here. If you just say that thought in your head, eventually that'll compound and it'll take over whatever anger you had before in those scenarios. It's gonna take a while for that process to happen and like fully, but it's a lot easier than having to go and like separate 15 minutes of your time to go meditate. This literally takes like 2 seconds. However fast you can talk to yourself in your brain is how fast you can do it. So for some people it's a couple minutes, some people it's a couple seconds, whatever. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're actually trying to take control of your own emotions. That's how you become less irritable. And another thing that I learned this from somebody else and I thought it was super valuable, so I'm gonna give that to you right now. So many people have such a high bar for happiness and such a low bar for negative experiences or feeling angry that's the reason, it becomes the reason why small shit just gets to you all the time. Think about the last time that you genuinely were happy about something. It's probably a long time ago. And maybe there's genuinely a good reason behind it, but most times it's just because we've set the bar for happiness so high and yet kept the bar for anger so low that when something as simple as laggy Wi-Fi comes on, we throw a tantrum and we start throwing shit everywhere. Like, no, we don't want to do that. If you want to become more emotionally resilient, we can't just be doing random shit because of something like laggy Wi-Fi or a bad day in traffic. Those are just small things. And those small things, if they affect you, here's the thing. We're not just about, oh, becoming more emotionally stable and becoming a stoic. This actually affects your decisions in your day-to-day life. If you want to become something, if you're trying to work on a project, if you're trying to do whatever, these small things are what is going to get to you. The small shit of, oh, it's just fucking traffic. And then you go and you think about the traffic and you're thinking about it for 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long you're sitting in it. You go to your workplace, you go home, you go do your project, whatever. It's going to come out shitty, or it's going to take a really long time because now you have to completely reframe your mind around to the project without feeling shitty, which is basically impossible because you already set yourself up for failure before you even got there. So this type of stuff is important for like day-to-day life shit. It's not just something that you can sit back with and just not think about. And the reason why that felt so valuable to me, because if you want to become more happy or more grateful person, you have to either set the bar for happiness lower, which I think is the easier way, or set the bar to your anger higher, whichever works for you. If you're someone who knows that you can be very patient and not act out or lash out on things, then I would say just increase your bar of anger, which you probably already have that anyway, and I don't know why you're watching this video. So, but for most people like me, lower your bar for happiness, right? If somebody's walking with their dog, give them a smile, right? It's not weird. Like, you're just experiencing life. Most people would deem that as weird because, oh, it's that small thing. Oh, it's just a dog walking. Why can you be happy about that? It's like, because I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my mental state. If you want to be fucking depressed about everything and not see something and smile, fine. But that's just going to make you worse, and I don't really give a shit. That's just your actions or your own undoing. So don't be afraid to smile and just take in the little things that give joy to people. Those small things are what's going to help you become less irritable. Now, if we're talking about habits that we can do to improve this skill, like if you're genuinely invested into it at this point, which I'm assuming you are, Now we can talk about things like meditation or guided journaling. Now, I wouldn't normally mention these to you, especially since in the intro I was like, oh, we're not going to talk about that. But that's because most people by now have clicked off and they're like, oh, whatever. I got my dopamine, I can leave. But the people that are still here, I can tell that you want something that's genuinely important for you. So, and more importantly, I can tell that you want to put the work in. That's what I wanted to say. So let's see what we can do. The first step, guided meditation, 10-15 minutes a day. It's not that much time. You think it's a lot of time, but really it's not. Think about it. If you're going to take a shower, that's about 10 to 15 minutes for most people. If you aren't willing to put in the same amount of effort it takes for you to take a shower, then you don't deserve to become emotionally stable or emotionally controlled or have that resilience. Because just like anything else, it's a skill. You built the skill to become angry very easily. You built the skill that made it difficult for you to become happy at normal day-to-day life. So, with that being said, why can't we just reverse engineer that into something that's more positive for us? If we can't do that, then why do we even bother? So, I know this video was short, but if you want to do those things, you can do them. That's fine. Ultimately, I just want you to understand that emotional control and resilience and becoming less irritable really isn't as far away as you think it is. And honestly, it just matters that you change your perspective on life onto the few things that actually make you happy and just do them over and over and over again. Eventually, you'll understand that life isn't about just being angry all the time or being upset at the circumstances or becoming a victim of your own undoing. So with that being said, thank you. Have a good day.